Well, looks like it's working. We'll start the festivities. I'm fucking early too. Usually I'm late because it says 8:05 is the start time, and it's currently 8:03. Ah, sure those are silenced. Jane Cobb, still a great name. Brittany, Steve, hello, hello. Oh, what is all the good news today? The live stream has been by Adam Hall, Uncle Guns, Jack D. That's a name. All right. Sport my new Aspire to Dwyer King Wolf shirt. Acres 46. Woohoo. I have iced tea because I'm out of beer. Tomorrow our freedom ends, he says. I don't necessarily think so. I think it's been gone for a long time. Hello, sir, Mr. Manny. It's a very manly name. Manny, many Mannies. Many manly Mannies. Could be like, you could be a tongue twister. Easy there, killer. It's not that kind of fucking live stream. Puppers is doing good. He was very well behaved today. I actually got him to shake on command. So after I get him to sit, if I ask him to shake, he throws a paw up in the air. Oh, you were asking Steve how his baby is, not my puppy. Now I'm with you. The wonderful administrator is here. Or moderator or whatever like thing that I gave her the authority to do. There is only one link required today. We'll get to that at some point here. I suppose there's probably some other links she could put up, but all right. So today's what, the 19th? Have you all noticed all the what was it? Armed riots in all the state capitals and the national capital that have been happening for days now. Remember, there was the all the warnings, like the whole world was on fire because of the warnings. Oh yeah, that's right, because it was a honeypot. Is that what this is called? A honeypot expedition, where the FBI makes the crime to try to lure people into the crime. Yeah, so there was that. And turns out that nobody went. So the hacks at the FBI couldn't even fucking convince people to commit the crime that they had planned themselves. That's how terrible they are. Deleted Facebook from your phone, but the app won't leave. I have the app on it. I mean, off my phone. There's no sign of Facebook. Is that like an Apple thing? That Apple comes integrated with Facebook? That's terrible. Oh yeah, honey trap. I think I said honey pot, honey box. I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen an Android phone that even comes with Facebook on it. I mean, I have a phone with Facebook on it, but there's no SIM card in it, so it won't send any information. And then they keep it in a Faraday bag, which I said last week about making a video on a Faraday box. I need to do some more research on that because we managed to thwart our Faraday box. So we got to figure out why. rifle painting video is coming along. I got some footage today of painting magazines, and the rifle's base coat is completely cured. That will get painted tomorrow on film. Take some cool pictures, and then do the talkie part about the wrap up talkie part. I filmed all the talkie parts with the preparation, so getting there. So yeah, this is my thought about the honey deal, the FBI created crime. Now it's weird because wouldn't you think when the FBI creates a crime, like a bunch of them get together in a room, like we're going to plan a crime and then try and lure some fool into it? Isn't that conspiracy to commit a crime? Like that in itself is arrestable. So like, I don't know how they don't commit suicide. Like, I don't understand like how that's not how they cope with how evil they are. But, you know, whatever. I mean, they do beat their wives a lot. Like the FBI, 100%. Every single member of the FBI abuses someone in their home. Prove me wrong. For the feds that are listening. While you beat your wife tonight, prove me wrong. So the other thought I had on that is maybe that's just a pretext. Like they knew it was never, but the administration needed an excuse to put 25,000 troops in Washington, D.C. Like, and nobody thinks that's appalling. There's more troops in Washington, D.C. than there was when it got burnt when the Capitol got burnt to the fucking ground during a war. But nobody thinks that's anything but horrific. I don't know. The largest troop presence in the world is in the Capitol. That's somehow they don't think that's wrong. Yeah. I think we found where the problem is. It's inside the wall, inside the little fucking wall they made. That's where all the problem is. John, hello, sir. All right. So then the question becomes, well, why would they want 20? Telling them we are prepared to punish you with violence for the last 4 years. They don't even know who the fuck they punish. They just want to punish everybody because for 4 years, the wrong person was in office. So now we're going to point tanks at everyone and tell you you're wrong and we will crush you. We are coming to crush you is their only message. It's nothing to do with the inauguration. It's being done secretly. Like the inauguration isn't in around a crowd. So the 25,000 troops to protect the administration from a camera, because there ain't no fucking people there. It's literally just a show of force to say we are going to come hunt you down and punish you as soon as this little fucking bullshit behind us where we all fucking jerk each other off and suck our own dicks, because that's all the government ever does, is over. Then we're going to come find you all, and this is what we're bringing. That's why they fucking have all those troops there. Straight up banana republic. They got the little marching in the streets and the fucking thing that they're doing. Sig Heil to the president-elect happening right now on the fucking videos. But whatever. Come on over, I guess. You know my address. Please send the National Guard. That'd be fucking awesome. You know, like the fucking scalps hanging everywhere. It'd be glorious. Speaking of Germany, as it turns out, the Germans announced that they are starting up concentration camps again. Like, remember that World War II Auschwitz never again thing? They're doing it right now. Like right now, they're having concentration camps to put people in that don't think right in Germany today. Jeez. What's funny is, like somebody mentioned real vote totals. At some point, they're going to publish all of the election results for my state, I assume, because they say that it's thorough. Well, I wrote in people for certain offices, and if those people don't show up in the vote totals, then we have absolute 100% irrefutable proof that the votes were illegitimate, because, you know, should be listed for the House of Representatives. And if he's not, then they threw that vote away. And if you've thrown one vote away, the whole state is illegitimate. But, you know, that one don't count because, well, whatever. But I'm still waiting for the full results from Pennsylvania that show every single vote cast. How many votes did each person get? Because I would need to see my personal write-ins. If they're not on there, the whole thing, no good. Throw it away. Anyway, yeah, all got me on the ugly part to begin with. Tim, hello, sir. Tom A, hello, sir, to you too. I missed you out there a little bit in the comments as I was going off on my fucking tirade against the evilness in our country. So I did. Some of you might have seen my post earlier today, where well, actually, I had two separate posts that. Sorry, reading comments. I had a couple posts about current events as of today. So I read an article where the Pfizer vaccine, they cannot give any data on if you get vaccinated and you get 95% chance you'll have immunity to the virus and spread it to someone else while not having it affect you yourself. And their answer is because nobody ever asked this if it would do that. So the vaccine was finished, done in February. Like no more work was done on it during all the months of testing on whether or not it would still protect people from transmitting it. They never thought that was a thing. So then I have to wonder, what the fuck does Pfizer do for a living? That they never thought, hey, this medicine we make, I wonder if it's effective against the thing we're making it for. Well, nobody ever asked us. The Department of Health is at fault for not asking us. Well, the Department of Health is fucking worthless. Not a single fucking person in any Department of Health fucking earns a nickel of the paycheck that they fucking have. Yet it's on them to remember to ask, hey, is that vaccine you making work? So both sides fucking retarded. Fucking retarded. In February, for a fucking year it's been done and nobody has checked to see if it works. Okay. They shouldn't be funded. Like any funding that they received for work on the vaccine should have to be returned with interest because they're fucking retards. I hope they go out of business. Don't care fallout from it. The other thing that happened is my package that shipped December 4th with the t-shirts in it showed up today. Aspire to Dwyer. Picture of my King Tommy here blowing his fucking brains out like he should. Shipped December 4th. December 17th made it from North Carolina to South Carolina. So it took 2 weeks to get south of state. And the 19th, it left South Carolina to arrive in Pennsylvania today. Oh, look, also the 19th, a month later. Big take the box and package the individual ones. And you'll all be getting them UPS if they're not being hand delivered. So anyhow, the post office, when they went to South Carolina, and I tracked it, I was like, what the fuck? Why is it going south? I don't understand their logic, but whatever. So I get on the website and there's like, you can get text. I wanted a text message when any of these things happened. And I clicked it for email. And then I got like 7 emails and 7 text messages right away confirming I had signed up for these notifications. For a month, I got nothing. And today the package showed up. I still have not got any text notifications or any email notifications. So I posted about it over on my Facebook page, on the company page. And the post office actually found the moment to copy and paste an answer, a reply to me tagging them and calling them pieces of shit. And they said that there's a virus, and the virus, the Wuhan, the COVID, the whatever you want to call it, affected their computer systems and made the text messages not work. And then the virus spread through the computer system, made the emails not work. And then one of their employees inadvertently time traveled all the way back to like 2003 and gave the virus to all the employees back then and that's their claim, that the virus that came out of fucking Wuhan, China October of 2019 affected their computer system for the last 15 years. That's their personal answer they gave me. Like the unemployment line is where everybody works should be. Mm-hmm. Please wait. I probably said some words that tripped the algorithm, and now they've got to censor it. Oh, the censorship is off. They came back. Yep. Okay. I'm with it. Oh, Definitive Training Solutions is here. Joshua is here. Joshua. It's got to be Josh, but whatever. So yeah, that's the post office's answer. They can time travel and cause 15 years worth of bad service because of the virus of 2019. And it also says Pfizer doesn't even check to see what their vaccine does. So there's that. So since Zach showed up, let's talk about something that Zach's got going on. So Zach studies the martial art of gunfighting more than most people. And one of the incidents that he has put a fair amount of research in is the Newhall police shooting from whenever the fuck that was. So he and he's talked about it some, but he put together a online seminar like digging heavily into the Newhall shooting. And he is doing this seminar free online on some date that he's probably going to post the date, because I don't have Facebook open to check the date. It's on my calendar to go to it, or I didn't write the date. So hopefully he, at this point, is now about to. There we go, January 31st, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if his lovely media gal like to post a link for people to sign up for it, she is more than welcome to do so down in the little box, because that's kind of why I made her a moderator or administrator or whatever like title I gave her, was so that she could post links, because she's real good at that. If she's listening. And if she's not, then I don't know what to do. Check out Zach's seminar. He's got classes coming up this year as well in places, and you should go to those. I intend to. Crossing stuff off my list. Speaking of classes, I got a couple classes coming up. I still have a couple slots. I think 2 slots open for the malfunction class next month. Then I'm going to Texas. Got 3 classes in Texas in 2 locations. Going to Sonny's to do 3 days dynamic pistol, and I have 4 slots left for it. Then I'm going to Del Rio the following weekend, where I'm doing a force on force class. It is gunfight diagnostics. There's a Saturday section, a Saturday in the dark section, and a Sunday section. And there are 2 slots open for that. Oh, 3, sorry. And then day 3 vehicle is the Monday, and I have 2 slots open for that. So there's still things in Texas, but there's just a small number of slots back. Definitive Training Solutions Media Gal, if you'd like to put up a link there where people can find the January 31st seminar, you are more than welcome to do so that they can sign up for that and whatnot. Since we're talking classes and you guys got me off my fucking part of the federal government is and has been for as long as I can remember. Talking class stuff, there is a sale going on like another 12 days or so till the end of January. $600 stimulus sale. It is two classes for $600. You literally pick the sale, and then there's a drop down menu for the 2 classes that you want. I just had somebody today ask about that, and he wanted to. It was a husband and wife. So I said, well, you pick the same class for both. So like you pick, dynamic pistol for class 1 and for class 2. And that tells me you want 2 people to come to the 1 class instead of 1 guy to go to 2 classes. But, so Zach's also saying he'd do a seminar in Del Rio. I've done a few there. They're always good. There was a link, and now it's retracted. But so yeah, that sale is still going on. You can do one. You can take 2 people to 1 class or 1 person to a couple classes and save a few $100s. Like I think if you did 2 people for the same class, you'd save like $300. So pretty okay sale. Or you can get $66 off a dynamic week because that's 3 classes for $600, which is in July this year. So it'd be nice and sweltering hot. I also have a few people signed up for the new Patreon level, $25 a month, and you get 3 free training days. So essentially 1 3-day class or a 2-day class and a 1-day workshop or 3 1-day workshops, however you want to figure that out. And you're essentially saving. So you'll pay $350 over the course of a year, get 3 days of training. So you're saving $250, something like that. And you're doing small increments. So that's not a bad deal for someone either. And you just pick what 3 fucking days they are and you tell me and you get them. So that has proven to be popular because people have already signed up for it and sent me the emails and signed up for the classes that they wanted. So they got to make smaller payments on an overall smaller cost. Worked out pretty well, I thought, for all parties involved. About the German government too. Oh, there we go. Trying to reconnect again. I said the words government and the YouTube algorithm decided to suspend the connection. That's what they do. So that's what's going on there. That was my whole everything in 28 fucking minutes. Yep. Colt is one of the guys that signed up for the new tier, and he saved himself a couple $100 on a class, and he basically laid it away. And he laid it away. The class that he took is in March. So like he gets it before it's even paid off. Like how can you go wrong with that? I have had other people bitch about Patreon, Britt, about it not wanting to work. And I don't, like I got a text from one of my friends who was like a $1, and he wanted to upgrade to the 25. And all it did was deleted his one, won't let it to 25. And so he called the bank and said, why won't this go through? And they said, we don't even see it on our end. So then he asked me, why won't it go through? I'm like, I've never seen any of that. Like, I don't, I know signs up, but I don't know what credit card they use, or I don't even know what fucking day it gets charged. So it's a roughin'. I don't like the best I can say is that the Patreon help link might work because they get your money, some of your money too. So you'd think that they would want to help facilitate getting your money, but there's nothing I can see on my end. If I'm bugging out on foot, how many and what guns would I take? And the same question for leaving in a vehicle. Well, if I'm bugging out on foot, that means I'm going to my house. So I will take whatever guns are on me. Because my ideal bug location is to go home. Now, if I was at home and wanted to leave home, that's a different sort of question. And I would obviously try to make that with the vehicle first. Like, load the vehicle up, put bug out bags in last in case you have to ditch the vehicle to go on foot. And I would bring enough guns for everybody that I'm still not a dude that owns like 35 fucking rifles. But I would try to, like, I probably wouldn't have a shotgun. Like, they would just stay at the house, and whoever looted my house would get some shotguns if they could find where I stashed them. Because I would obviously not just leave them sitting on the table for whoever broke in. But, like, I'm not going to carry that shit. I would, just carry my main rifle, and my wife could carry her main rifle. My son would carry his rifle, and then I might bring, like, a long-range gun in a pack and call it good. But so personally, I could potentially see having two rifles, one 308 and one 5.56, or maybe a 5.45, but probably not. That's all I have is 5.45 ammo, which could be the case because, it's been not the easiest thing to find for a while now, like pre-government lockdowns. The last time I saw it, it was the same price as it was 2 years ago. So that part was awesome. I still don't see it, though, just like I don't see any ammo, really. Apparently, it's gotten worse in the last few weeks, but I haven't tried shopping for any, so don't know. I did get some. Actually, I said I couldn't find any ammo. I ordered ammo today. I have some Defiant munitions on the way because I really like it. And did the Solid Copper shootout video. The overall winner, I believe, was Defiant. There were 4 companies that, if we looked at expansion and penetration, did well, that I would use any of them. And the only one not using the Barnes bullet is Defiant, and companies using the Barnes bullet seem to not be able to get bullets. So, because Barnes is a bunch of cunts, apparently. Oh, Supply Warehouse had some 7.62 by 39 in stock. I don't own a 7.62 by 39 gun anymore, so I don't ever look. Although I should, because it didn't jump in price as ridiculous as 5.56 did. Oh, I see Mike has joined us. He didn't send me a message like he normally does during the live stream. Oh, I did miss one thing on my list. I guess we'll talk about it at some point, but I'm in no rush because it's sad, very sad. Mike, I'm wearing the shirt that you whipped up for me. Mike's my graphics guy. I woefully underpay him for his services, but he does a fantastic job. So yeah, ammo wise, 545 I haven't seen in stock in forever. So I guess 762 has it there at least. Oh, no. Hero's way better than Hello, Sir. You should stick with that. So, all right. What do you guys got for shit to like bring me out of my government employees are horrible people funk? Like, I'm looking through the comments. I don't see anything like, inspire me, make me feel good about the world or something. No, nothing. Crystal, I keep getting booted too. Like every once in a while, I'll send a little thing up that says connection unstable and trying to reconnect. And it's usually when I say the word government. Like I don't know. Yes, Josh, I know he put together that list for me, or for not for me. He put it together for you because we discussed it for a minute. But while he was putting it together, there was input. We talked about a couple of things and just making sure that the right things were getting recommended. I have not read. Are they fiction? Nonfiction? I hate reading fiction. Like my all-time favorite books have some level of fiction to them, but as a genre, I'd rather read nonfiction. So Brittany says she bought a U.S. Atlas. My favorite like in a book, atlases are the state gazetteers. They're not at the most usable scales, but they do have roads and they're topographic and they're way more detailed than an atlas is. US Palm AK mags. Everyone I've seen has worked. So I had a couple that were fine, never broke or anything. And I got a fair amount of them in classes over the years and never had an issue. Now, saying that, I like, isn't the US Palm now like two different companies? Like, I don't even remember how, like, somebody has the rights to something and I don't know who's who anymore. So, like, somebody's making the US Palm mag, but not US Palm because the rights to the mag didn't go when the company was sold or some bullshit like that. I don't give a fuck or follow the politics of who owns what in the gun industry very well. Terminal List. I read it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It's very, it's brain candy. Very action movie oriented. One guy doing everything by himself, kind of stuff. Like I just see Bruce Willis as the actor in it, although they don't describe him at all like Bruce Willis. But Bruce Willis movies where it's an action movie, he does do everything completely by himself because he's the only one not inept. So what books do I like that are nonfiction with parts of fiction? So historical fiction, like anything Stephen Pressfield writes, where he takes his stories from history and then turns it into a story and makes characters that hopefully you can relate to, because that's the whole point of a good story is having relatable characters. So, like when you read the Afghan campaign, there's a lot of great story in there, but it's all based in historical events. And those are my favorite forms of fiction. Yeah, so a couple of guys mentioned like with the US Palms, I see there about not being serviceable. The only thing I ever do to magazines, and I don't do this often, is I'll take a pile of them into the shower with me and rinse shit out. I don't take them apart, like any magazines apart. When it gets to the taking apart, like if I rinse it out and it doesn't fix it, I just don't use it. I got some books on the Rhodesian Bush Wars, and they're good. Not always written the greatest, but like the things that went on, good shit. I saw the question about bipods, and I got to run back up and look at it because on a 16-inch recce rifle, I would not hard mount a bipod on it because the whole point of a recce rifle is to be lightweight and have the capabilities of some distance. And bipods generally are way not lightweight. But I would not use an arms anything because I don't like cast parts. But so like I did my bipod on a kinetic development group 7-slot. What do they call their little quick things that pop into M-lock? If I wanted to have a bipod on anything, I would use that. Like if you wanted to do like an arms lever, the lever itself would probably break because arms levers are fucking trash. But then you got to put a piece of pick rail on your M-lock so that the arms lever has something to connect to. So I would just go with a KDG mount. Oh, well, taking the magazines in the shower, everyone, there's comments on that. That's way better than standing in front of the fucking kitchen sink with 40 magazines. Like I remember taking contractor class, and it's very sandy, and it's 5 days long. So I brought 50 loaded magazines to class on day one. So as a magazine came out, for whatever reason, partials, fulls, whatever, and it hit the sand, that magazine never had to go back in my gun because I kept swapping out with new magazines. So then when I got back to the team room, I stripped all the bullets out of it, and I took the giant duffel bag of magazines in the shower with me and rinsed all the sand back out of them. Threw them down, ate dinner. By the time I'm done with dinner, they're dry. I stuff them all up and did that every single day. So I never had to put a loose round in a magazine at class. But they were full of sand. My gun never had a problem. You know, whatever you shoot, a couple thousand rounds over the 5-day class, never had a malfunction because I didn't put sandy fucking magazines back in my gun. And I wasn't going to stand at a fucking sink and rinse out 50 magazines. It was way easier when I got a shower. I just brought them in with me. And while I'm standing under the shower, you know, push the little follower in, let it flow in and out, and throw it out on the floor. When it's all done, let them dry, fill them up. The other side of the mountain, historical accounts. Mujahideen tactics against the Soviets. I know Sonny's not watching this, so I feel okay saying I like reading about the Soviets getting whooped. I don't even know how much they really got whooped, but Amazon shopping, the other side of the mountain. Wow. I don't know how it got kingfish out of that. Other side of the mountain book. I assume, Jason, I'll wait till I hit order until you tell me, yes, this is the one you're talking about. That one? So if that's the one, okay, ordering it now. Do they have it? Oh, it's only 99 cents on Kindle. And why the fuck doesn't everybody buy it right now? Buy now, deliver to Garry's Kindle Paperwhite. Buy now with one click. Continue shopping. What was the other one? The bear went over the mountain. We're going to see if we can't get that dirt cheap too. The bear went. Ooh, there we go. The bear went over the mountain in books. Format. No Kindle. I got to buy it in paperback. Jason, you're killing me. You better sign up for a class so I can afford to pay for this book. Buy now. Perfect. I'll have that in a couple of days. All right. I have 2 books downstairs in my office that I thought were good, and I'm not I didn't get them on Amazon. I got them from Paladin Press. So I can't even look at my Amazon history and tell you what they are. But I'll bet if you wanted to spend a bunch of time searching through my Instagram, you can find a picture of it. But the best I can offer is to try to remember to set them aside and either talk about it next Tuesday or post it on the social, like on Facebook, on the Tremis Dynamics page between now and then. So sorry. It's all right. Recommended good books. It's the same. Study group went awesome. So there's a few people that in the chat that were in study group. Best one yet. Whatever it was, number 20 something. Was fantastic, very engaging, lots of shit to do, and everybody did really well, and we did a bunch of things, and we're supposed to have another awesome one next month, and I totally skated on doing any of the prep for it and set it on somebody else's shoulders. So he has to do better than this last one as far as how great the study group is. I'm not saying any names, but he is in the chat and reading this. So, if you're listening, the bar has been set, and it must be awesome, because if it's better than the last one, it's going to be great. Jason, I'm going to start reading that book tomorrow. The Kindle one, because the other one will take a couple of days to get here. I can finish it, the first one, in a couple of days, but I am going to start reading it tomorrow. I got some painting and filming to do tomorrow. I'll still start it. Ravens Rock. What's that about? Ooh, I didn't mean to close all. Ravens Rock in books. Oh. The story of U.S. government's secret plan to save itself. That one. It's fucking $17 on Kindle. What the fuck is the paper price? I'm one of those guys. Paperback's $20. I'd rather have the paperback than the Kindle version for $20 for $3 more. All right, I put it in my book wish list. Ooh. So it could be a pretty good thing, but you don't have to tell me what it's about. I just read the summary. Ooh, 8:49. I'm running out. My wife will be home soon too. It'll be awesome. I haven't seen her much in the last week. She went down to New Orleans for a week and had a good time, and she told me about it. Her and her best friend went down. They go somewhere every year, have since for years before I have met her. And everything she told me about the trip sounded like somewhere I don't want to be. So the chances of me going to New Orleans is pretty fucking slim. Although I'm going to drive through Louisiana in March, and I might have to swing by the Atlas Defense fellas. I'm not sure where in my trip I have time to, I'm planning the day by day itinerary, but I might have to. Well, Uncle Guns, I'm just probably not going to go there. Wait, did you guys just lose a football game? I think I was hoping you were going to win. I don't know. I never went and looked. Oh, you're not there either. Modern ammo sensitive to temperature for storage. I don't know. I'm sure everything's sensitive to temperature depending on the temperatures. But I've had ammo that has been like below freezing and pretty fucking hot and not had an issue with it. Unless it's like a MagTech, that shit never works anyway, or Remington. Although I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that with federal buying out the Remington ammunition plant, that they can instill some of federal's like quality ethics into the ammo plant people, because Remington ammo was fucking atrocious. It was horrible, just horrible. Like Uncle Cletus's reloads were usually more reliable than Remington ammo. Yes, humidity bad. All humidity is bad. The safe bet there is, put it in a 50 cal ammo can and tighten that thing up and call it good. But if you do a silica gel pack, you'll get less humidity issues even in temperature changes. Oh, I didn't even say government, and they're disconnecting me again. Man, I tell you, the YouTubes are on fire tonight for trying to keep a good man down. I haven't even started talking about fucking Dr. Levine yet. So if there is moisture in the can when you seal the can up and you do wild temperature swings, you'll get a lot of condensation as it cools and heats up, which is not good for the ammo. So that's a moment when you would want to do silica gel. I actually know a fella that did like the dry ice method to push. That's a flat out poo presentation nomination. I don't know what that means, Josh. Poo. It's like he just learned some new words and he put them together in a sentence. Puts an exclamation point at the end, and now it's a sentence. If you put quotes around it, at least then it could be like, if a toddler was talking. Poo presentation nomination. Unless he was talking about the Levine thing, but I don't know what the presentation. SMB. I have shot thousands of rounds of SMB, and I thought it was dirtier than some other stuff. Like when I cleaned the guns, they seemed to be a little dirtier, but it was the only issues I've ever, really had personally. And students using stuff in class, I've never had anybody with obvious ammunition issues tell me they were using S. Doesn't mean that they didn't, but they didn't tell me that. And I don't often go check on folks when they're having issues in class with their gear, like if their gun's not run on a certain type of ammo, because it's not fair to the rest of the students to take all the time because somebody, brought crap. So I don't always get into the weeds with why their shit isn't working. Often we're just like, hey, can we switch guns or like some new bullets, something to make it work well, and then try and carry on. But SMB so far has been, like knock on wood, fine. .55 grain SMB is steel core. So if you're shooting steel targets, it might be an issue. but I've shot a lot of shoot steel targets with steel core ammo, and they haven't worn out any faster than anything else. I mean, it's not like you're doing 855A1. That shit is will definitely wear out fucking steel targets faster. All right, so I guess we can mention that we will have a new assistant director of the Federal Department of Health, who Dr. Levine from Pennsylvania, who is a documented killer. Like that good doctor, and by good I mean not good, has killed more people than Kevorkian. But you all get to enjoy Dr. Levine like we have for the last few years. You're welcome. Oh, S&B owned by MagTech. If MagTech bottom, I'd avoid them. I've had nothing but horrible luck with MagTech ammo being reliable. I'll cross this Levine thing off. Documented killer Levine. Oh, yes. The doctor from, the scientist from Independence Day. I think I made a meme last year with the two pictures. Oh, I have not. Fauci. I don't even know how you pronounce his name. Never heard him speak. I've seen pictures of all these press conferences that the fella has been involved in. I don't listen to squat. I've also we're like a day away from not having Donnie Boy as a president. To date, I've never heard him speak as our president. Like never listened to a thing that he had to say. Not like out of spite. I mean, I have had every fucking president of my lifetime, but it wasn't like I was like, fuck that guy, rah, rah, rah. It was like, it's the president. Why the hell would I care what he had to say? He doesn't affect my day-to-day living. And didn't listen to him, didn't listen to Fawcett, whatever his name is. I don't tend to listen to the next fucking pile of shitheads either. Star Trek nerd. Screw Star Trek. Oh, Simon. Hello. Be nice to your mom. In fact, give her a big hug. Simon, hold on. Listen, Simon. Give your mom a big hug. Okay. So everything on my list is done. I don't have a very good wrap up because most of it's just a bunch of bullshit about how the FBI tried to get a bunch of people arrested. Like they made a crime and no one bought into it, but it gave them an excuse to show the American people that they're about to be punished. So I guess that was my wrap up. Oh yeah, there are currently concentration camps in Germany where they are, I don't know if they're gassing people again. I don't know who they're gassing or not gassing or who's going to the camps, but there are indeed concentration camps in Germany today as we speak. It is no longer a never again. It is in 2021, that's when we'll do the concentration camps again and stuffs. So there's that. Good job, Simon, for giving out the hugs. So with all that, it's 9 o'clock. I even started early, so now it went late, and I'm out of fucking something to drink. I'm done bitching about everybody who legitimately or illegitimately is in a position of authority, and I am ready to roll on out of here. The camp. I don't know if the camp. They say, well, it's a concentration camp. So, I mean, when you went to camp, if you concentrated, maybe it is like that. But either way, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys next Tuesday, barring any unforeseen, unfortunate incidences. And with that, you all stay dangerous out there, and reach out if there's anything I can help you with. Take it easy. End the stream. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. End.